Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation.
A brother, an icon to those that know him. He is Endeavor Empire.
All right. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. How's everybody doing out there today? Such a beautiful day. Such a fun day. Hopefully everybody had a great week, great day, or whatever it is that you're going through. Hopefully it's all good. I got to tell you something on my mind. You know, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this show called The Mayans. I know I'm probably late getting to it, but man, after watching the first couple of episodes, man, that show's pretty good. You know, I thought about starting a motorcycle gang or, you know, an MC or whatever, but, you know, as the episodes and the seasons went on, I kind of binge watched it. I kind of thought, yeah, I don't think this is going to be the right thing for me to do. Dude, I just completed the season. Damn, I got to say, they did. Oh, the Easy Boy, he's an idiot. I mean, the crazy thing is he knew what he was, but decided to seize power anyways. And then the ending result is that he was ended. But then again, at the end, I guess the whole damn thing kind of fell apart. I mean, my God, I was like, wow, that's a lot of kind of dysfunction and killing here. Nobody's loyal to each other. And I don't know, it's just weird. You know, you ever sit back and think of them shows that when you watch, you think in your mind that you can do it? You know, I do that a lot. And then when as the show starts going, you're like, well, I guess the outcome wasn't so good for him, so it's probably damn sure not going to be good for me. But then again, I ain't no snitch or no informant, so it kind of ended horribly bad for him. So, in any event, my name is Derek. I am Endeavor Empire. I want to welcome you out to the show. Hope everybody's doing good. Everybody doing great. You know, we got a letter from a father that we're going to get into here shortly. So, hopefully, you got your red diamond tea, you got your vape, whatever that may be. And we're going to sit back and let this thing ride, I guess. So, I received a letter from a father. I guess he kind of got himself in some trouble with his ex-wife and then his current wife. They're divorced, but we're going to get into that. So, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. Get this thing rolling. So we can get this thing talking about it. Oh, this letter that he sent to me, he entitled it, Daddy Got Himself in Trouble. So, when I first read this letter, I was kind of not really shocked, but, you know, there's some red flags in there, you know, but whatever. We'll get through it. We'll go through it. So, here we go. Hello, Sir Derek. I like the sir part. I thought it was senior, but clearly it's sir. My name is Gerald II. Ooh, rich. Last names are not important. Of course they're not. Tell you, anytime you guys write to me or whatever, you can use whatever name you want to use. I've heard your show, and sir, I must tell you, you are really a genuine man. Well, thank you. You know, I try to be. You know, it ain't easy. You know, being a genuine man is also a classy man. But, you know, I'm going to try to stay back. Okay, here we go. But you really are a genuine man. And though most people I come in contact with are just people I'm used to, if you understand what I mean. Sir Derek, I mean no disrespect, but I'm writing you for your opinion, which I will hold out until the podcast airs. As I said, my name is Gerald. I live in Westside, California. I have 2 children with an ex-wife of 18 years, and both are girls. My first daughter just turned 16. My second daughter is 14. We divorced back in 2015. And the reason is, I'm sure will shock you because of my oldest daughter at the time, which was a little younger. I definitely see where this is going. I have since remarried. The woman that I fell in love with at my place of employment, red flag. Though my ex despises me, we co-parent greatly, but there are some issues that she and my current wife are not happy with. I need advice of an outsider, someone who is neutral and doesn't know me, LOL. I don't really know all the people that I talk to on my podcast, but hey, it's all good. So my oldest daughter is without a doubt a handful, and she's a daddy's girl. Enough said there. Let's see where this is going. I mean, she does well at everything, including sports. Her grades are okay, but there's always room for improvement. I admit, she's very determined and a bit bossy, as well as most 16-year-olds are. And some would say she's a spoiled brat. Well, actually, my ex, my current wife, and some of her teachers have suggested the same. But she's my little girl. The problem is, my little girl snuck out with friends and a boy to do God knows what. But when she was confronted about it by myself and my wife, my ex-wife, my wife and my ex-wife, how's that work? Sounds like a polygamous relationship, but I know that's not the case. She said that we were just capping. Sir Derek, excuse my language, but what the hell is capping? I'm sure if you don't know it by now, you will. She was told that she could go out with friends. She was told that she can go out with friends because we had a business dinner to attend, and that we would be getting home late. Another red flag. She agreed. I also let her have one of her friends over to keep her company. But girls would do what girls do. Am I right, Sir Derek? I'm not sure about that, but we'll get into that. When she disobeyed us, I was furious. I took away her phone for 5 hours. And wait, what? 5 hours? Oh, jeez. That was a punishment? Let's just keep going. Then we'll dive into it. She said that she wouldn't do it again. My ex said that I was being too soft on her and that I needed to grow a pair at first. At first, I didn't know what she meant, but now it's clear. The dinner was at 7 p.m. We returned home at 10 p.m. My little angel set the alarm off at 2:30 a.m. Ooh. That's how we knew she wasn't in her bed. I thought the punishment was severe enough that she told me that she loved me and that she was sorry. I'll definitely see where this is going. I admit, my daughter is my little angel in my eyes. She can do no wrong. But I know that she is my everything. Her and my wife often get into arguments over stuff that teenagers argue about. How old is your wife? Seriously though. My wife says I need to be tougher on her, and I disagree. But I have noticed some changes in my daughter's behavior as of late. Nothing bad, just her and my wife usually don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. But I thought it was normal when you get remarried. Yeah, we're definitely going to get into this. My current wife always sides with my ex and says I should be more assertive and demand better respect from my daughter. So I'm working on it. As of late, me and my daughter went shopping for clothes and got a new iPhone Pro 14. Oh, damn. Is there anything in this letter that's going to lead me to believe that the ex-wife and your current wife are somewhat just wrong about you? Because clearly they're proving everything right. But I'm not going to keep going. Let's keep going. My daughter also is a huge Taylor Swift fan and has met her before when she was 10. Yeah, I definitely see where this is going. So my daughter has suggested that we would go see her again because I knew it would make her do better. So I agreed. The latest concert was in Kansas City. I wanted her to be happy. So I talked to her mother and she was furious and said that she doesn't deserve to go. This was a 4-month argument. And though she still said no, I went ahead and took her to see Taylor Swift in Kansas City. Jesus. I wanted her to change, so I took my daughter, and at first, it was first class all the way. The skies and the concert, my little girl never looked so happy. She also wanted to bring a friend. I said yes, but she couldn't tell anyone. Well, you really are playing with fire. I just got to say. Fast forward, she and her friends had a great time, even got an autograph. Upon us returning home, I'm not a social media buff, so everything we did was posted to IG, Snapper. Wait, did he say Snapper? It's Snapchat. TikTok, sorry, don't know these apps. I get it. There's some parents that don't know it neither. Well, my ex found out, even though I told her it was a business trip, she was livid, as well she should be. I asked how she found out and my younger daughter had shown her sister's live feed, which was streamed before the concert. I couldn't hear my phone over the screams of other girls. Yeah, Taylor Swift concert will definitely do that to you. My ex waited until we returned home to shred me a new one. And when she found out how much we paid, she was even more furious. I spent the better part of $30,000, but paid half but I paid half and then I used some of my daughter's college fund. Jesus, have mercy. Sir Derek, am I a bad father? I thought by doing this, my daughter would love me more and see that I care for her. To make matters worse, my ex left me 3 days ago because she said I'm too invested in my daughter. I told my daughter that she left, and it seems like she was pleased and didn't offer any support. Okay. My ex, you know what, I'm trying to get to this letter, but I'm just really wanting to stop and take a pause and just dive into it now, but let's keep going. My ex told me that I needed to make some serious changes and that if not, then my daughter will ruin my world. My other daughter lives with my ex. Taylor lives with me. Wait, the daughter's name is Taylor. Huh, interesting. Though they get along, but the oldest seems to want and need all the attention. Sir Derek, I'm asking for your opinion. Please, I'm aware that you're a father to daughters. As well, I'm very curious as to if you were me, how would you handle everything? Signed, Gerald. Okay, yeah. First off, Gerald, Jesus, man. I gotta be honest with you. Holy shit. Everything that then this is bad. It's bad when your ex-wife and your current wife see what you're going through and kind of agree that you are just too soft. The crazy thing is, you met your current wife at your place of employment. I don't even want to get into that because I know that's not what the letter's about. I'm just so curious and so intrigued on how that went down. Jesus, because I don't mix business with pleasure at all. But anyways, we're not doing this about you. It's about you and your daughter and the level you feel the need that she is truly a daddy's girl and she is truly, truly abusing you actually she's hustling you. You know, she's using, I don't want to say using what she's got to get what she's doing, but she's playing you at every turn. And the sad thing is you see it, but probably don't want to realize it because she's your little girl. The crazy thing is you have 2 daughters, which is also, and we're going to get more into that because I think that the oldest daughter sounds like she wants it all to be about her. And that's bad, especially when you have another child. Now listen, I get it, but at the same time I don't. The thing is, if your first marriage was on ice because of this, because of your daughter, which you didn't give any indication that the mother hates her daughter, I think she wants you to do a better job in parenting. If she's trying to parent the daughter and to make not really hard choices, but kind of in a disciplined way, then you need to stand behind that and back that up. Don't go against what her mother's saying. Let's forget about the current wife, because the current wife, though I understand where she's coming from, she really doesn't have a say-so, but she does have input, and I get it. I know some of y'all think like, well, how come she don't have input or she didn't have really a say? Because it's not really her child. She can suggest it, but it's between him and his ex-wife, which seems like they're doing great co-parenting. So why let anybody interfere in that? So I can see if it was the other way around. But getting back to that, I would say that your daughter does seem like a brat. I looked up where you lived and you spent 30 grand on a Taylor Swift concert. Jesus Christ. You stay in Woodside, California. Well, I did a little bit of history on it, not much, but Woodside, California is kind of a higher end. It's sort of what we have here in Kansas City, but you know, we're not going to really get out into that. You want the advice of me? Man, my God. You really need to grow a pair. You really do. You're so worried about, excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, Lord. You're so worried about, the approval of your daughter and keep making her happy. There's nothing wrong with loving your child, and there's nothing wrong with being a daddy's girl. But there are some issues that with being a daddy's girls that some people tend to take up and kind of get lost in translation and are often abused. Because there are some daddy's girls who are just loyal to their father. They love their father and they respect their father and they want to do everything to make their father proud. Then there's others that take it a step further, knowing that they can play their dad and can get any and everything they want. My first thing is that when I read this letter, you took her phone away for 5 damn hours. 5 hours for punishment. And I'm trying to figure out how the hell, what was that like? Because 5 hours off punishment of a phone seems like you're just sleeping, which is probably what happened. You took the phone away when she was sleeping at night, and by morning, she already had her phone. So she was back. It's like she didn't miss a beat, didn't miss nothing. So I'm like baffled as to why you think that was severe enough for her and that you thought it was good. You said you returned home and you didn't check to see if your daughter was in the room. Let me explain something to you. Father to father. When I was working the night shift and I would come in 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I would walk my house, check every room to make sure any and everybody was okay. And then I'd make my rounds to my room because I want to know everybody is safe. I want no surprises because I don't want to say you're not really clued in as a father, but you're really not clued in as a father. I mean, if you can go out to a dinner and then just come home and go to bed without checking in and making sure everything is all right, dude, your ex-wife is correct. You need to grow a pair. I mean, seriously though. I mean, I've seen fathers that have daddy's girl that are this clueless, and the daughter actually knows how to play and use you to her every advantage. And then when she does something wrong, like you said, she can't do no wrong. That's bad. That's bad. That's horribly bad. And the only reason I say that is because she can get away with any and everything. And it's like, I mean, judging by these Taylor Swift concerts, you got money. I mean, I don't know what you do. And you live in a great neighborhood, so you got money. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. But it sounds like whatever trouble she gets in, you're always there at her beck and call to kind of come to her rescue. And that's bad. That's bad. The Taylor Swift concert here was very huge. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. She's a great artist. She does well. Most of her songs are completely about breakups and boyfriends, but I don't care. That's teenage girl stuff. I don't care. Yes, I have daughters. Now, in light of that, both of my daughters are my joy. They're my heart and my joy. Can they do wrong? Yes. Do I sugarcoat everything for them? I do not. Would I spend 30 grand on a Taylor Swift concert? Absolutely not. I mean, you flew first class. I mean, you really did it up for her. And then the worst thing is that was only icing on the cake. You took her shopping, bought her an iPhone Pro 14. Damn. I don't even have an iPhone. I mean, my kids, they have iPhones, but my kids work for their stuff. If they want an iPhone, they go out and get their own iPhone. I don't pay for shit like that. Okay. As long as the damn thing can ring and I can check cameras and do whatever I need to do, and it's an Android, I'm completely fine with that. But it sounds like your daughter is just completely in tune with her being the only thing that matters in your world, in your life. You said that your current wife left and she didn't show no remorse. She's getting exactly what she wants. You all to herself. It's like your ex-wife said, you are going to be you might have been your current wife. You're going to be very miserable if you don't learn to nip this in the bud. Very miserable. Because I'm assuming, not saying that this is true, I'm assuming that's why your first wife left, because you kept taking up for your daughter and she was trying to be a parent and trying to show you how to parent. And I'm pretty sure an argument ensued on how, you were parenting. Now, there was no mention about any physical abuse or nothing like that. But kids need to be disciplined. They need to be shown that as a parent, y'all need to be a united front. When one parent says something, you should back the other parent up. Now, if it's wrong and you don't agree with it, have a talk privately, not in front of your daughter, because then she's going to feel like she's got the upper hand. And she's going to feel like, oh, yeah, I'm just going here and do this and daddy's going to take care of it. That's bad. Damn, that's bad. And what's bad is that you talking about the teacher said that she's a brat too. What in the hell do you do for your daughter for her to feel this way? It's almost like she feels like she can get away with any and everything and she's just invincible. Because whatever she does, daddy's going to come to her rescue. You should not do that. It doesn't matter what the upbringing is. Doesn't matter what the background is. Obviously, your wife knows what's better. She really does. And I don't even think, well, how can I say this? And I'm sure, the mother and the daughter get along, but I think the daughter is much more comfortable with you because she can get away with a lot more. And the mother sound like she don't play that shit. She sound like she old school. Because if the younger daughter is living there and she's seen the live stream, dude, you gotta imagine how her younger sister felt because you took her to go see a Taylor Swift concert and you didn't take the other daughter. That's favoritism. That is straight favoritism. And then what's worst about that, I'm assuming the other daughter doesn't resent you because you didn't put that in there because you talk more about this daughter than the other daughter. I have two daughters. And I talk about them both like they're my pride and joy because they are. There's no favoritism here. You know, when one daughter wants to go do something, she always asks if her sister wants to go do something. And that's what I like about my daughters because they respect each other. And there's no favorites. They each have their own room. They have their own phone. I'm not breaking the bank or breaking my back, trying to bend over backwards for them because they know that I'm a parent and that what I say goes. And when what I say goes, if they don't like it, then we talk about it. We talk about it like civilized human beings. Parent to child, child to parent, whatever you want to call it. But dude, damn it. Oh my gosh. So many red flags in this letter that, man, I don't, honestly, Give me just a second. But honestly, oh my goodness, man. You have a lot of parenting to grow up on. If your wife, this is what I can tell you to do. Start taking notes from your wife. Real talk. Start, because it clearly seems like she has the clearer head than you do. I know you're nervous. Let me tell you something. I don't give a damn if my kids like me as a parent. I'm a parent. I'm not your damn friend. I'm a damn parent. I want you to succeed in life. I want you to know in life that there's consequence to your actions. Sneaking a 16-year-old out till 2:30 in the morning. I wish my daughters would. I wish they would. I don't think so. No. But, oh my goodness, man. I don't know what to say. You got busted because the younger daughter saw the feed and decided to show her mother, as well she should have. Because I got a feeling the mother would have found out. You're not tech savvy. That's even worse enough. You're not tech savvy. So the 16-year-old can definitely play the hell out of you. Let's go through some things of the pitfalls of being a daddy's girl. I want you to listen to this because I'm pretty sure a lot of this shit's going to make some sense to you. So, the emanist daddy's girl. A father makes a star of his daughter, giving her all that she asked for without requiring her to earn it. There's no discipline. There's no boundaries. And he feeds off her being a star. So he can play the role of the dedicated and doting father. She learns, most important, to the exclusion of others, including wives, girlfriends, and other siblings. She learns to control others, especially daddy, with her false charm and selfish temper. Now, if you got to play that back to hear that again, feel free to do so. Because she has never been disciplined, she lacks the ability to regulate her emotion. As an adult, she becomes a grown girl, not a grown woman. Daddy, on the other hand, gains his sense of identity through his image and being her father, and both promote their unique relationship verbally, through pictures, and any other way to show off their relationship. It's a symbolic connection, not allowing either of them to mature or to expand in their lives and fully function as people. Think about that. Think about that for just a second. Okay, sorry about that. But everything that I just said is what I was describing to you in the beginning, because this is exactly what it is. That's number one. Number two is the power shift. By spoiling her, you have a weak self-image. So you pour all of yourself into your daughter through her childhood, but soon find out as an adult you will lose control over her, and she begins dictating and running your life. She selfishly applies the rules to you and doesn't apply it to herself. It's like you work for her, where she can short notice cancel plans on you, but you would punish her for doing this. But you would punish her for doing this. I'm sorry, that came out wrong. Where she can short notice cancel plans on him, but you would be punished for doing this to her. Sounds like it. Damn, for sure sounds like it. As adults, diminished fathers and daughters don't fight or disagree, they break up. The relationship has dynamics of an unhealthy romantic relationship of marriage, where everything is based on intensity and fluctuates between love and hate, where the healthy marriage is one between two equals. A daddy's girl has no experience with equality. For her, equality is experienced as a demotion. So will never allow daddy to have another woman in his life. She will rage, abandon, tantrum until she manipulates her dad back into being her number one. Out of guilt, daddy succumbs. She knows how to prey upon his guilt. She does not see him as a separate person, but needs and desires of his own. His own desires, it should be her. So, I know that should have hit a nerve or rung a bell, because that's what sounds like what your first wife went through. And now your second wife has left you. Oh God, I love this red diamond tea. That should have damn sure hit a nerve with you. Because when you said that your current wife left and you told her, it's like she didn't even face her. Because in her mind, she's got what she wanted. And what she's wanted is for you all to herself, because you are at her beck and call when she needs you to be. Let's move on to number 3. Oh my goodness, man. Sir Gerald. Clearly you're not from here if you keep calling me Sir Gerald, so you gotta be from someplace else. But if you are, hey, whatever. Maybe it's just the way you're raised. So, number 3 is superficial identity. She cannot tolerate boredom, being alone, or having to think deeply about anything in her life. She is only invested in keeping daddy's attention. She becomes what he wants. She doesn't know who she is, or he is constantly admiring her, aggrandizing her ego, and showing her off. Because of this pattern, she becomes more of the consummate show-off. She's an obsessive self-promoter, constantly boasting about her achievements. She lives as a parasitic life. She thrives on provoking reactions in others to fuel her ego and the sense of self. Everyone in her life is used to serving as a mirror of her specialness. Social media will be her favorite place to promote. Often having multiple accounts, courting her audience, she will demand daddy also promote her from his account. She is tragically empty and in need of being filled with compliments and adoration. Well, you don't really have a social media accounts, and I don't really know how many social media accounts she has because I don't care to look that up. But what this is saying is that you need to pay more attention to her as far as what she's doing. It is okay to compliment your child, but it's a such thing as going overboard. When you put your child up on a high pedestal, it's like they can't do no wrong. Every day they're looking for the, what's the word I'm looking for here? They're looking for the absolution of them being great. You know, in her eyes, she is the only one. You know, you keep praising her, you keep doing stuff. You're taking her shopping, you're buying an iPhone. You took her to a Taylor Swift concert. I mean, she's seen Taylor Swift before at the age of 10. I mean, she ain't really changed that much. They grow up, but you know, whatever. But, oh my goodness, man, you have really got to take a serious hard look. I hope that what I'm saying to you is resonating with you. And I hope that you are taking this to heart. And if not, you should really be talking to your ex-wife, which is her mother, because clearly I got a feeling, as I said again, she would know better about this than you do. And I don't really think she's being facetious about it. I don't think she's being rude about it. I just think she's trying to get you to be a better father. But you're not wanting to be a better father because you want to keep getting the approval of your 16-year-old daughter, which I just found out her name is Taylor. Guess let's see where we got the name from. In any event, number 4, self-image. Self-image problems. She cannot feel herself unless she's being idolized. All conversations must be about her day, her mood, and what so and so did or did not do for her. How life is unfair, how great she is, and it's always a call to daddy to come rescue her from her life intolerance. Yeah, we just talked about that. Yeah. She tends to be pretty needy, but to have extremely low periods which follow. She fluctuates between invincibility and inadequacy. Oh, that's a big word, sorry. Daddy completely curbs the healthy developer of her self-image. She's consistently needing and demanding of others, especially him, and has learned to show very little appreciation. Most likely will have introduced relationships, depression, anxiety, and addiction, and low self-esteem. You don't want none of these things to happen. You really don't. Mr. Gerald, you have got to put a lid on this, sir. You've got to try to figure out ways that you can be a father and not a friend. You are a father. I know she's your baby girl. I know that you want to put her on this high pedestal, and that's fine. You said she's excelling at sports. That's good. But you say she's doing okay in school. Doesn't sound like she's doing good in school, but she's doing good at sports. I hope you see where I'm going with this. And what I mean is that I'm not sure if you're greasing somebody's palms into saying, hey, let my daughter do this or whatever, never mind the grades, because I gotta say, man, the city that you live in, yeah, I've seen the income, the median income for families out there, and let me tell you, it's ridiculous. So if you want to keep doing this for the rest of your life, my friend, be prepared for a whirlwind of a ride, one hell of a ride. It's going to be one hell of a roller coaster ride. You are definitely going to have a lot of downs and no ups. Real talk, a lot of them. Because you want to take care of her the best way you can, but you don't want to show her the responsibility of being a young lady, a mature young lady. God forbid this chick has a boyfriend. Jesus. I mean, because I'm not even sure that relationship's going to work. Because if your relationship is suffering, hers is damn sure going to suffer, because everything is going to be about you and what you can do for her. Because she doesn't know how to take the responsibility as a young woman to say, I need to stand on my own 2 feet. I mean, my God, man. I wish I knew who your ex-wife was. I mean, seriously, I mean, not in a bad way, but just say, I want to talk to her to get her side of the story, because I'm sure it doesn't even sound like she's saying anything bad about it. She's just saying that you just need to grow a pair of balls and boss the hell up. That's what you need to do. Man, I got to hit this vape. Hold on for a minute. Definitely got to work out on this letter. I tell you that. All right, the last one we're going to cover, which is number 5. When daddy spoils their daughter in this way, there is a certain erotica between them that is visible to those around them, who probably have no idea how to talk about it or bring it up, because there's no boundaries. These daddy girls often found roaming around nearly naked in front of their daddies and any woman daddy may have in his life, as a way for her to mark her territory and keep daddy's attention. It's not uncommon for these girls to want to show in their daddy's, to want to shower in their daddy's shower, nap in his bed, eat his food off his plate. They have a flirtatious relationships where she acts more as a wife or a girlfriend than his daughter. This will forever kill his chance of having a lasting, loving marriage outside of her. And this is how she wants it. She has no concern for his happiness. That's true. That's true. And I'm going to tell you why that's true. And I've seen this twice. Maybe more times than I should, but twice in my lifetime. But the second time was a little bit awkward. When I was younger, I used to go to this Christian school, and this girl, she was, now back then, daddy's girls were, how can I say it? Back then they were simple. They were more simpler times than what they are now, basically. And this is the reason why I say this girl that I knew her name by Jessica. I'm not gonna say her last name, but she was a daddy's girl. Now, she would shower with her father. She would do everything with her father. And don't take it like in that way, because that's not the way I'm trying to tell you. Because back then when I was younger, you don't really think too much about that. You really don't. Because, back then parents would shower with their kids, especially to save on water, but whatever. But it's not like that. You can't do that shit now and actually get away with it, because then, there's something wrong. But it wasn't until maybe a few years ago that we were staying across the street from this father, and he had 3 girls. I kid you not. The same exact thing, Mr. Gerald, you're going through is the same exact thing he went through. His daughter was, at the time she was, I think, 14, and she was every bit of a daddy's girl. She had 2 younger siblings up underneath. Those 2 younger siblings stayed with the mother, and she was the only one that stayed with him. I kid you not. This girl could do any and everything. The father would come home with a different woman every damn week. I kid you not. By the second week, that woman would be gone. She would not be seen or heard from. Well, it wasn't until I think when we were moving that we seen a big blow up in the relationship. The girl that he was dating came outside. She was like, "Oh, you're wrong. You're this, that, and the other. You care more about your daughter than me. Your daughter gets to do any and everything. Your concern is not for me. You're always just your daughter this, your daughter that, this about your daughter." And she wasn't lying. Because I kid you not, this daughter would come out the house. She would be wearing these clothes, these high heels, these wigs, and she would kind of walk the neighborhood sort of in a flirtatious way. So, and then she would wear these clothes. She would come out, what do they call those? They look like biker shorts. They look like underwear, but they're actually biker shorts. And she would walk out the house in this kind of stuff. And there's nothing I could say, He was the talk of the neighborhood. He was like, "Man, you shouldn't even let your daughter come outside looking like that." I have girls. My girls can't dress like that around my house. Real talk. A nightgown, anything that has to involve shorts. Why? Because they have brothers here. And if they want to look sexy in their room, that's fine. You're behind closed doors in your room, not around my house. That is something, my friend, you have to kind of, oh man, you really got to put your foot down on that. You really do. I don't know if your daughter does that, but if she's doing all this other shit, it sounds like this is what she's doing. So, Mr. Gerald, I hope this letter finds you in a good way. I hope that what I can say to you is kind of resonating with you, but you seriously need to change the way you are benefiting your daughter. And what I mean by benefiting her, you are at her beck and call. It's like you're her damn maid. And whatever she wants, she gets. You need to put a stop to that, because I kid you not, as she gets older, it's definitely going to get out of control. And when it gets out of control, you can't control it. I got to be honest with you, man. I think if you rolled over tomorrow, she wouldn't even give 2 damns. I think what she would be most concerned about is her ego, and how much money she's going to get. Because it seems like your relationship is built around materialistic stuff. When she does wrong, let's go shopping. Or you stay out past and you come home at 2:30 in the morning. First off, I'm not sure why any 16-year-old would be allowed to have a curfew that late. I don't even know what day that was on. I don't know, whatever. Well, it could be because of school out. In any event, my daughter's curfews are at 10 o'clock. And usually they can't go anywhere unless I meet the parents or unless they're with their brothers. And even with their brothers, they still got to be home at 6 o'clock. So it is okay to be a disciplinary parent. And when I say by disciplinary, it is okay to put this girl on punishment. You're going to get some backlash. Most parents get backlash when their kids go on punishment, depending on what kind of household you live in. But never would I sit here and think to take a phone away from my daughter for 5 hours, which I'm sure during those 5 hours, she was sleeping soundly. I'm pretty sure this is how the conversation went. The alarm goes off, right? Because I want y'all to picture this. I really do. Hold on. I want y'all to picture this. Your daughter setting off alarm, 2:30 a.m. in the morning. You rushing downstairs, rush to the front door. It's your daughter. Okay, first off, you asking, well, What the hell? I'm not asking where you been. I'm asking what the hell? Why the hell are you in my house at 2:30 a.m.? Did you sleepwalk and fall out the damn window and decide to come to the front door? That's what it better be about. But I know that doesn't make any sense. But hey, it's my story. I'm telling it. But 2:30 in the morning, and then I can imagine how this argument ensued. Oh, Dad, I'm just out getting some fresh air, this, that, and the other, yada, 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 whoop-de-woo. Well, where's your damn friend at? Oh, she's at home. Then who were you with? It was me, so-and-so, and so-and-so. Oh, so you were with the boy, huh? Okay, yeah, okay. Well, I don't condone such behavior. Really? I don't condone such behavior. There's punishment that has to ensue. But Daddy, you don't understand. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I don't care, girl. You walked in this house at 2:30 in the morning. Give me your phone. Daddy, this phone is my life. No, Daddy, you can't have my phone. I can't have what? Give me your phone. Okay, Daddy, here's my phone. You are grounded from your phone for 5 hours. Okay, Daddy. That's fine, Daddy. I'm grounded from my phone for 5 hours. Go to bed. Okay, Daddy. Next morning comes. Hey, Daddy. Good morning. How are you doing this morning? You doing okay? Oh, baby, I slept good. Are you doing okay? Yes, Daddy. Like nothing ever happened. Here's your phone back, baby. Thank you, Daddy. I love you. Like nothing ever happened. Let me tell you something, okay? In my household, that's not the way it would have went down, okay? I'm damn sure not going to ask, what the hell you doing in my house at 2:30 in the morning? I'm beating ass first, and then I'm asking questions later. Because I need you to understand that you putting yourself in danger. Not only you putting yourself in danger, you putting this house in danger because you walking in my house at 2:30 in the morning. Listen, I'm not saying get physical with your child, but I'm different from y'all. I'm from old school. I still whoop ass. Okay? There are certain things that deserve an ass whooping. There are certain things that don't deserve an ass whooping. But when you come to my house at 2:30 in the morning, you 16-year-old, like you paying bills, like you running things around here. Oh, hell no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. I did that once. I got my ass whooped. Okay? So there has to be respect. There has to be boundaries set. When I tell you not to come in at a certain time, the crazy thing is, I'm talking like you told her that she can go out, but she wasn't even supposed to go out. She was supposed to be in the damn house with her friends. She took it upon herself to sneak out. And this is where I fault you as a parent. You didn't go into her room and check to see if she was there. Because honestly, not saying nothing would have bad would happen, thank God it didn't. But what if something bad would have happened? What if you'd have woke up the next morning and it would have been the police at the front door, asking you to come down to the county coroner's office to identify the remains? This is why I say you have to be clued in on what your kids are doing. This is your daughter. If she can get away with it now, she's going to get away with it in the future. If you don't stop to do something about it, my friend, you are going to be seriously lost and you are going to be in a world of hurt. And something tells me she would not hesitate to throw your ass in a nursing home quick, fast, and in a hurry if something was to go wrong. And that's a sad thing. So while I applaud your ex-wife and your current wife for trying to get you to step up and trying to be the disciplinary actions, but you and your ex-wife need to be in that. She's already in her daughter's ass. You ain't. You want to solve everything by throwing money at it and saying it's going to be okay. I can imagine that when your daughter was born, happiest day on your earth, happiest day of your life, rather, or on earth, whatever. And I felt that way too. But as time went on, I started, trying to figure out what kind of parent I want to be. And I'm going to tell you what kind of parent I am. My daughter is on the honor roll. Okay. My daughter does what she needs to do. Both of my daughters do. They're good kids. They're respectful. They're respectful of themselves, their bodies, and they don't let anybody disrespect them. I mean, partially in part, they got older brothers, but you know what I'm trying to say. Even if they didn't have brothers, they're still respectful. They get good grades. I do reward such behavior. Now, when they cut up or they act up, we talk about it. It's not a yelling match. It's not a shouting match. It ain't none of that shit. But not for 1 second is my daughter going to sneak out and, oh my goodness. Man, I'm really trying to be supportive of you, but you wanted this opinion. This is what you wanted, so I'm trying to give it to you the best way, father to father, man to man. Shut this shit down now, because if you don't, it's going to wreak havoc on you. And it sounds like to me, you're going to be alone for a very long time if you don't get this under control. I'm not telling you to abandon everything because none of this shit happens overnight. I'm telling you to take small baby steps. You know, talk to your daughter and tell her what it is. She's going to get mad. Let's get that out the way. She's going to get mad. She's going to be pissed. She might say she hates you, but eventually she's going to get over it. You know, I can't tell you what to do with your child. I can only offer you the advice on what I would do. You know, when she does something wrong, something has to happen. You know, problem is we give kids so much, but when all you do is give, they don't know the responsibility behind it. This is why my kids, if they want an iPhone, they have to work for their iPhone. I'm not buying an iPhone. I can't afford an iPhone. I'm a single parent, still raising three kids in high school. One is about to graduate. My others, they're damn near grown. But even with the 3 kids that I got, yes, I do have 7 kids total. So let's not get that. You have more kids. No, I do. But they're older. They're grown. They have their jobs. They have their own. They're doing their own thing. Oh God, I love this vape. But excuse me. What I'm simply saying is that when something goes wrong, you need to be the parent. You need to show your daughter that she needs to be responsible. I don't want to think if you did anything else for her sweet 16 birthday or whatever, because something tells me you did. And it's okay if you don't want to tell me this. I get it. I got it. But this was just enough. Truly enough. $30,000, half you took from her college fund, which I still hope she plans on going to college, and then you fronted the other half on yourself. And I know, like you said, your ex-wife was very pissed off. That's not responsibility. That's catering to her needs. That's saying that whatever she wants to do, she's going to do regardless. You got to turn that shit down. You got to put your foot down and boss up, man. Boss the hell up. Let your daughter know who is running the house. Or better yet, shit, a tactic I would use, you can go stay with your mother. I know she don't want that. Either straighten up or I'm going to send you to your mom. No, I don't know. Because the mom seemed like, it seemed like her and the mom ain't getting along, or maybe they do, but the mom just don't play. The mom does sound like she's definitely from old school. I mean, I know some of y'all can relate to that. But this goes to all my listeners. If you think you're doing a service by catering to your child's need because you want to be their friend, you're in a tough road ahead of you. My advice to you is sit down, talk. Talk to your child, talk to your daughter, talk to your son. Let them know that this is how it is. So you can be a daddy's girl. I've seen daddy's girls, as I said before, that are just respectful, but they really idolize and love their father, and they want to be perfect in every way in his image. And there's no such thing as that. Only thing you can do is make your father proud by being the best person that you can be, by loving yourself, respecting yourself, and doing what you need to do as a young lady. Not getting everything you want and everything that you need, because it doesn't work that way. So, respect yourself. A good father will leave his imprint on his daughter for the rest of her life. That's what a good father would do. So, I'm sure that you want the best for Taylor. I know you do. But there's a way of going about doing it. And the way you're going about doing it is just not at all the correct way. A daughter needs a dad to be the standard against which she will judge all men. And that's what you want. That's what you want. And I know as a father, and there you have daughters, we think that there's no man that is ever good enough for his daughter. But you need to show her that that's what it's like. You need to set higher standards for her and for yourself. set more disciplinary boundaries for the both of you. Gerald, I hope that since this podcast airs that you have found your way back to, at this point I'm rooting for the ex-wife. I mean, I don't really know the current wife. I mean, so you met her at the place of work. But it seems like the ex-wife and the current wife currently get along, so I'm not sure what that's about, but that's a good thing. I'd rather them get along and be at each other's throat. And it sounds like they both want the best for Taylor. But it sounds like you're the only one that just wants to bend to Taylor's will. So, Sir Gerald, as I get ready to wrap the show up, sir, man, damn. If you need to contact me some more so we can discuss more or talk about this further, I'm all ears. But, my friend, you better watch your daughter. Because if she's doing this now, there's no telling what she's doing behind your back. And I don't even want to think like that. I want to be positive for your daughter. But if she's hustling you like this, and you're not on social media, you might want to get with your ex-wife and try to figure it out, because I'm pretty sure the ex-wife has a social media account. Why you don't have one is beyond me. Maybe you think it's stupid, but it's not a way to watch your children, just a way to control and just say, hey, daddy's here, just wants to make sure everything is okay. Because clearly, if you got her phone and you didn't bother to check her phone, because that wasn't discussed in the podcast. But then again, iPhones, you can't really get through unless you have a password any damn way. But hey, whatever. So I hope this podcast finds you in a good way. I really do. I pray the best for you and your family. But either you seek out some kind of therapy, or she does too, or have the ex-wife come in and you guys sit down, maybe have an intervention and talk about some things, kind of set some boundaries, kind of go forward and let Taylor know what you expect of her and how she can keep being better. First, let's get her back in school and get them grades good. You know, if she's a good star athlete, that's fine. But let that star power show during them grades. Let that star power show while she's learning. Because if she's good in sports, what if she gets a scholarship? You want her to be everything that you want her to be, and that's smart, understanding, a great woman, an excellent woman, and especially an excellent role model to her younger sister, who, again, you didn't mention a whole lot about. But don't let Taylor feel like she's the only one. You have another daughter. At best, y'all all should be spending time together. Y'all all should be doing things together. It should just not be just Taylor. It should be you, Taylor, and the younger sister. I don't know the sister's name because you didn't bother to tell me, but whatever. So, you got to get back to being a father. If you don't know how to be a father, again, ex-wife, I hope you got parents. Maybe read up on some books, or maybe get to some counseling, some therapy, and try to figure out some ways. So, but definitely put your foot down and boss the hell up. So, my friends, as we get ready to close it out, I do want to wish Sir Gerald the best of luck of his intentions with his daughter. I hope that they get themselves on the right track. I hope that she is becoming a great woman into being an honorable woman and not just using her daddy to bend her will in her every way. Alrighty, so as I said before, thank you to my listeners. If there's anything you want to hear, want to talk about, want to discuss, feel free to email me at d6empire357@gmail.com. I know I sound a little bit groggling. I don't know why. Might be stuffy or whatever. But my friends, until next time, y'all take care of yourself and each other. God bless you.